So premarital counseling is super, super, super important, and I think we should bring it back. I think, excuse me for a while, I haven't had time to do this, but I think we should do this too. Make sure to do the right test before marriage, like genetic test. Okay, very true. You want to do that? Yes, I think recently someone was telling me about even conception, and I've forgotten that is it the rhesus factor? I think we had a medical conference in the day that Bible study one time, and we were talking about the rhesus factor and how it affects pregnancy and all of that. That's very true. So you should make sure, and that's part of doing medical tests. Premarital counseling. I know some churches do not incorporate that, but some churches do, where it's not. I'm not talking about STD or HIV test. I'm talking about medical tests to know all of these things, where the doctor would tell you things you need to do because this is what is peculiar to your body and to the body of your spouse. So they are very true. So of course the STD test as well, and then someone says do the ITS test, please. So I do not know what is ITS test. If you know, please drop it in the comments. Please. Tell me what ITS test. I probably would go find out after now anyway. They won't prioritize you and treat you as an amusement. They won't prioritize you and treat you as an amusement for a short period. Learn to hide your true self, or you will be in disadvantage and taken for granted. Lies. Be your true self. Don't hide your true self. As a matter of fact, if you are going to marry somebody who is walking genuinely with God, you cannot hide your true self, because God will reveal that your true self. If you are a wicked person, God will reveal that this person is wicked, God, or somehow you will slip up, that your wickedness will show, or that your kindness again will show. So this comment, they won't prioritize you. No, marry someone that prioritizes. Even as friends, it's wide to go into marriage and say they won't prioritize you or expect them not to prioritize you. If you are my friend and you don't prioritize me, then you are not my friend. Talk less of me being married to you, and hiding my true self from my friend. Like, dude, this is me. And I'm not saying you should have bad character. No. But this is me. I like to eat veggies or meat or whatever. Like, this is me. You understand what I mean? Then another one says, if he wasn't doing husband things before marriage, do not expect anything to change after the wedding. Yes. So this comment can be misunderstood. What is the husband things? And I know some guys will be like, well, you are not my wife, so I cannot do husband things to you. Actually, what is the husband things you're talking about? If he cannot take care of you, when he doesn't care for you, when you before marriage. When I mean care, means that, so let's say this is someone that you guys are looking to get married and you need a lift, and this person is like, I can't come pick you up, even though the person has the ability to do that. Or you need an extra hand in something, and this person is like, I cannot help you with that. Those are things that if the person is not doing that before marriage, the person cannot do that. Now, I'm not saying you should put your burden on the person, but then there are ways to know. If it's your birthday and this person does not get you a gift, even when it's not your birthday, if the person does not see it to give you something, get you a gift. Even as a guy too, don't marry a stingy woman. Don't marry a woman who is always give me, and the woman cannot give you. Don't marry. There are women like that, very, very stingy. They can eat your money, but they cannot part away with a dime of theirs. Don't marry such women. There are lots of them these days. Please do not marry such. So, doing husband things, meaning that if this person is kind enough, or like you are in the hospital, this person visits you, care for you, tells your friend like, hey, this person is in the hospital, you want to go check on this person, prays for you, or you have an interview, this person is praying and fasting, waking up in the middle of the night to pray and intercede for you. Now, of course, these are husband material things to do, but maybe paying your school fees. Now, if the person is very wealthy to do that, it's fine. But if the person is not wealthy enough to do that, don't say, oh, because the person is not paying my school fees, then he will not pay my school fees after marriage. You understand what I mean? So The husband things, we're talking about here is, husband material. If you do not see the husband material in him basically before marriage, then you wouldn't see it in the marriage. Same with wife. If you do not see wife material, if you do not see wife material in her before marriage, don't expect it in the marriage. If this person cannot help you, you probably forgot something, and this person says, oh, I can't go there, even though the person is closer to the place, and tells you, whenever you come, you can go and check yourself, then make sure to stay away from such person. All right. Another one says, no matter how angry I am, to speak to my husband respectfully. Okay, this person says, no matter how angry I am, I speak with my husband respectfully. Very great. Both cases, no matter how, let your speech be seasoned with salt, with grace. So do not be angry so much that you begin to abuse each other verbally. You do not want that. Your mother-in-law isn't your mother, as they say. If you marry and your mother-in-law is not your mother, as they say, you probably married the wrong family. Sometimes the man may be good or the woman may be good, but then the mother-in-law, you are now saying is not your mother. That's a dangerous part. You don't want to get married into that kind of family. You don't want to get into that kind of family. Your mother-in-law is indeed your mother. As a matter of fact, it's a blessing that now you have two mothers. Just like your husband or your wife has two mothers, you have two fathers. You have more siblings because you have a brother-in-law, you have a sister-in-law. You understand? You do not want that. The people who actually say this, they've experienced certain things that they shouldn't experience. That's why you have to choose. You're getting married to this man or this woman, like, do I really want this person to be my mother-in-law? Those are part of the things you should pray about. You understand? And not that, oh, his height is this thing. You can go for the height, but go and marry a wicked mother-in-law. You understand what I mean? The family is very, very important. So part of your prayer. So again, and I don't know why I keep repeating this height thing. Maybe because the Lord wants someone to know. Height of the man does not bring happiness in marriage, but the mother-in-law can bring happiness in marriage. Because if the mother-in-law is not the one that will trouble you, if the mother-in-law is the one that you even care for you, will be like, hey, I hope this guy is not giving you any this thing. Give you tips like, oh, this is something he likes, this is something he doesn't like. When I was raising him, he's like this, is like that. Giving you tips, sharing tips on how to, understand the man. There are wonderful in-laws like that. You understand that? They even send gifts to their daughter-in-law. So it is very important. Those are kind of things that will bring happiness. The color of the skin of the person would not even bring happiness to you in marriage. Does not have anything to do with you being happy in the marriage when you get into the marriage. Maybe in dating you can be like, oh, I like this person is black skin or light skin or down or brown skin or whatever. But if the marriage, you discover that all of that will not actually matter. All right. I think I'm going to pick one last one. It says, focus on God and let Him choose for you. Very true. But I think I see one here that is very important that I want to read to you, and then we'll call it a day. Your happiness is your job, not your husband's job. You are his wife and not his mother. Do not get comfortable in any regard. Take top-notch care of yourself. Look nice, stay fit, keep your life juicy, romanticize your life. Don't expect your husband to do it. Now, I don't know if this person is talking to married people or talking to singles. Your relationship with him reflects the one you have with yourself. Make that your number one. Relationship with yourself, and make it healthy. Inner work, seek God. I think this person is talking from both sides of trauma. I think so. Your happiness is your job. Very true. But then your husband has a contributing factor to your happiness in the marriage. Don't let anybody lie to you. That's just the truth. Your husband, you're coming home to meet this person, or your wife has a contributing factor to your happiness. Maybe before you get married, yes, but when you get married, your husband your wife as is a contributing factor to your happiness. No matter how much you try to work out your happiness, if the person is not giving you the right environment, the right atmosphere, the right attitude, then you will not be happy. That's the truth. You can keep working and laboring to be happy because it's your job, but this person refused to be a good contributing factor, you will not be happy. So that's one thing you should know. Now, so you should understand that. So when you say your happiness is your job, basically you should understand that this person is also a contributing factor. So if that's your job, means that you praying and choosing the right partner. You understand? You are his wife, not his mother. Very true, in the sense that you don't talk to him like you are his mother, you don't dress like you are his mother, you don't chastise him like you are his mother. But then again, there is also the motherly affection that he wants from you. That's the truth. Ask men, and men in my comment section, men in the comment section, tell me, there is that love, there is that warmth that he can't go to get from his mom again because he's an adult now, which he wants from you. You know, that tenderness that is between a mother and a child that he wants from you. So you must understand that you may not be in the position of a mother in some regards to him, but again, that does not mean you should not show him that affection, that motherly care and tender affection. You understand? So get that right. You understand? Get that right. Even as the man as well, you may not be his our father, but then does not mean that you are still not going to stand as a father to her in certain ways, as a protector. You understand? As someone who is there to provide. Because our father provided everything for her when she was in his house. So now she's in your house. You should be ready. Now, of course, it's not like you may not be able to provide 100%, but then provide at least as much as you are able. Let us see that you are doing your best. You understand? So you should understand that. Then it says, take top-notch care of yourself. Very true. I agree with this one. Look nice, stay fit, keep your life juicy, romanticize your life. Don't expect your husband to be. Now, I don't understand this one. Maybe I'm not going to respond to it, and I'm going to ask for your comments. What does it mean to romanticize your life and don't let your spouse do it for you? I don't understand that. Your relationship with him reflects the one you have with yourself. Now, I do not even understand that. Maybe the person is trying to say, if you are not happy with yourself, you will not be happy with your husband. I do not really understand that. Make that number one and make it healthy, like relationship with yourself. Again, if you have relationship with yourself in marriage, then why are you getting married if you can have relationship with yourself and that will be your number one priority, or that will come first? Your relationship with your partner comes first in anything. That's the truth. Because there are some things you will not even do for yourself, but because it's your partner, you do it. For example, I could decide not to eat on certain evenings because I'm tired to cook. But because my spouse is there, I can't, even though I can decide to go to bed hungry and eat the next day, I know this woman is going to be hungry and will be coming in late. I have to get something for her to eat by the time she comes late, so that she doesn't have to go into the kitchen and cook all over again. So relationship with myself, I don't understand what this person is saying, but you don't keep what in marriage. Some things are things that you cannot even do for yourself because you understand by yourself that you can decide to push it to next week, but because it's your partner, you do not want to do that. You want to do it for them at that time. You understand? So if you say your relationship with yourself will reflect the one with you, then you are not getting the concept of marriage. That is not marriage. You understand? Inner work, seek God. Well, seek God, of course. Inner work, I don't understand what they mean by that. But I'm going to stop here.